Hi, my name is Jaylene Joseph, and these are the 15 things about me. My full name is Jaylene Joseph. I usually go by Jay, but there is another J in the class, so I'm fine with Jaylene. I'm a senior at Villanova. I am studying communication with a minor in ethics. I'm from New Jersey, but I was born in New York and I did like all of my schooling before college in New York. So sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I'm from Brooklyn, which is where I was born and grew up. Um, Something I'd like to do in my free time is probably like long walks. I find them really enjoyable and a nice way to like keep myself grounded, especially like really, really early in the morning. I tend to wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m. And if I don't have like a class or if I don't have work or anything, just doing that long walk by myself and like the crisp air like really makes me feel good. um, some music I like. I don't know. I can feel like I dance to almost anything, mostly like those like really cheesy pop songs that you'll hear in like a bar or something. I don't know. I feel like if the energy's right, I can dance to really almost anything. Um, I guess something with like a lot of drums because it says instruments. Yeah, a lot of drums or like a nice bass line, I guess. But I can do like almost anything. Um, I have no previous training. I think the last time I did any training was like in middle school. I like did dance for like 2, 3 years, but like before I even hit preteen, so it's all out of my head really. I only remember like carrying the basket. And I think that's really like carrying the laundry basket and like tucking your stomach, but like that's all. So I'm probably gonna be like really confused for the most part. Um yeah. And I've never done any dancing with like a group or club on campus. Mostly just like yeah, just having like dancing fun with my friends. Sometimes we'll like dance along with the dance team, but again, no real training. None of it's like that good. Um, my three favorite words, I guess onomatopoeia. I guess just those like really funny sounding words. So like onomatopoeia. I like the word zoology, just because I do like I used to want to be a vet. Now I just kind of want to work in like animal advocacy for a portion of my time, but also like I don't know, just that name it like just sounds very smooth, like zoology, you know. The third one, maybe like butter, because I feel like it's one of those words that like travels through your voice, like it goes from the back to the front. So yeah, onomatopoeia, zoology, and butter. I guess those are my three favorite words. I skipped a question. Something that you wouldn't know about me just by looking at me is um, I feel like hmm, I feel like I can get like like maybe you can notice this about me by looking at me. I feel like I can get like pretty frustrated, but like that just makes me like want to work harder, especially in something like this, like dance, because it's something that is not like known to be easy, but it's also not often practiced. Um, so I feel like it's something, especially because like you're always looking at yourself in the mirror, so like you're always kind of like self like critiquing, whether it be like in a positive way where you're like, oh, like maybe that turn wasn't good, but at least I tried, or like in a negative way where you're just kind of silly like beating yourself down. Um, so yeah, I guess that. um, a moment I found very beautiful or like inspiring. Um, so yeah, like I kind of said in the beginning, I did a lot of my school in New York. Actually, the majority of my school in New York, which means I got to spend a lot of time in places like Central Park, which is great because you get to see like so many different things at once, a mixing of cultures, and that's like really I think the importance of New York. But like I think one thing that's always inspiring to me is like seeing all those dance troops like go out and like dance in there all together. I feel like this isn't coming off clearly, but something about like having the confidence in you and your group to go out and perform every day in a city that is very admittedly quite rough. Usually when it's like very hot in the summer or when it could be like starting to get really cold in our winters. Um, just that kind of confidence is something that I've always found like inspiring, and I find it like, and this is like not even to be harsh to people who do it in the subway, but I feel like there's something about doing it in like this beautiful park where everyone's already bustling around. Um, that I just find like very nice and interesting. I think those who do it in the subway cars, like they're still very interesting because you're doing it on like a high speed train. There's always those sudden stops, and they seem to still move like gracefully around those poles, and I like still admire that. But something about like the park setting, I think, really grafts onto me. Um, and my favorite way to move or dance, I'm a very big like jumping. Like I never know what to do with my arms, but like it's not just in dance. Like even when I'm running, I kind of just like almost have my arms very limply to my side. But yeah, very big like jumping or just like nodding along to the music. I don't know, my like family's always said I'm very stiff, so like maybe I've just carried that on in my mind. So yeah. I live on campus. I live in the Commons. So yeah. And out of this class, I hope to get like a sense of knowing of my body. I like signed up because I was like, oh, like maybe it'll help me become more fluid. Like going back to how like I know I'm kind of stiff when I dance, but also I hope I get some sort of confidence in my body as well. Because I feel like whether or not I am stiff, as long as I kind of own it, which like usually when you're in like a club or like some sort of party and you're just jumping around, like no one's really gonna care. But if I like do like a much more public thing, like if I get married, which is like years from now, but like still, I feel like getting that kind of confidence to kind of dance in front of other people and like work creatively within yourself would be better in the long run, whether or not it is in a dance setting or not, because being able to dance in front of all the strangers in the class here can help me like grow confidence when I'm giving a speech in front of like a board of people. So yeah, that's me. I'll see you in class.